So Titanic has been a show I've dreamed about doing for years in Serenbe. This is our first in-person meeting. The same thing with the helicopter in Miss Saigon. We said, we're gonna land this helicopter, and then we had a year to figure it out. So here we are saying that we are going to sink a ship nightly in the musical Titanic, and here we are trying to figure out how it happens. Love it.
Music is easy to have big.
No costume changes, nothing. It's like there is no ship. It's put together, they board the ship, and then during that boarding, everything that they need to tell the story is on the ship, and they don't get off the ship until it sinks.
Cool.
I mean, I know it's a lot, but I think it's totally possible.
Totally.
And then when it crashes, for my head, the same way it was put together, it comes apart kind of in pieces. So that way, by the very end, we're left with the same picture that we had at the beginning.
Every show I feel like we've worked on has been like bigger and better. Right now it's just mostly research, and we've had some discussions about the overall concept and Brian's vision.
Chandelier I think can show motion, when it starts to tilt, so I see this big chandelier.
Okay, here's the thing. So definitely, like I was saying, like the tilting is the primary indicator of it sinking, which is, like you're saying in this view. There will be some special challenges worth working on the water. Some challenges we don't even know what they are yet.
This is the biggest thing we've really done there, and it's going to take an amazing amount of support from everyone involved in this.
When you're going to uncharted territory, the main thing is getting all the right people in the room. You want people around you that are going to enhance your vision, because it is a collaborative effort.
Basically, we're here on the set of Titanic. And this is as raw as it gets with how this set looks. And what we have to do now is there's some trees in the way. We've got to clear that. There's also some marsh issues with runoff and water.
I think it's cool. It's our canvas. But this is like an integral piece of the process, because we see what's on top, right? But we have no idea what's underneath. So in order to create a ship that can be sunk and come out of the water, we have to know the mapping of the bottom. Well, there's got to be poop in it, isn't there?
Well, there's tons of bird poop in it. Fish poop.
It's good for your skin, though, right?
Yeah. Smeared all over your face.
Yep.
People are they're gonna first hear the idea, think we're crazy, and then they're gonna sit back and go, no, I kind of want to make that happen. It's a huge undertaking. It's the biggest thing I think we've ever done. But the decking goes a little bit smaller in some sections, because you're not going to use like this whole entire back row all the way back here. You're not going to have someone stand all the way at the back. Yeah, so we looked at all the plans today, and we really laid it out with all of the people that are really involved in the building of the ship, the making of the Titanic. The great news is we feel confident about everything that we discussed today. So we're not in that scary place that we were. Yeah. I was in that scary place. You never were in that scary place.
I've never
you don't live in that place. I live in that place.
Take Little Mermaid, how tall that was, add it again, and then add 5 more feet.
Oh, I love it.
But just doing 2 13-foot levels and then do maybe an 8-foot level. Somebody coming down on this one?
Yeah, and then what they were thinking that you would need 2 for each side.
The thing that is exciting me most is seeing everyone on this team get excited, because I think, there's been a little bit of like, y'all are crazy, how is this gonna happen? And I'm getting to know these people and seeing their eyes light up, so that fuels me, because I think when you do these crazy things, you need a team to buy into the dream, and now I'm seeing more and more buy-in.
It's true, I mean, like, in the beginning, Brian was the only one bought into the dream.
Well, let's go, y'all. Let's make it happen. I feel really good. I actually went to the set. When I pulled over and saw the set, it was truly a moment. I could cry talking about it now. You know what I mean? It's emotional and exciting, and it was incredible. Truly an incredible thing to see come to life so quickly. For our first rehearsal, I walked the cast through what's going on in my head.
So we had to have this larger-than-life chandelier that is the center of the set, and so we're building this 7.5-foot tall chandelier that is submergible in water. So it is able to come in and out of water and light up. Let's go back. So there'll be 2 units that go up and down. Those can fully submerge. And then this unit will come together and this will break apart and submerge as well. And then we talked about safety things, really getting an understanding of what they're capable of and what they feel comfortable doing.
We haven't finished all the things. So if you're like, hey, where is this emergency exit or where is this ramp to get me out of the water? We're still building those things. So don't worry, have no fear, those things are gonna be put in place.
We're going to be trying to get some stills of kind of the drama that happens with the sinking of the Titanic. We've been told many times, if you're uncomfortable getting into the water, then please don't go out for the show. But I think today will finally set in about the level of that commitment that we've all made to getting wet for this show.
I have complete blind trust in Brian Cloudis and the whole team. And so I'm not nervous, I'm super thrilled.
So we just had a safety meeting. This becomes the fun negotiation part.
At each particular time throughout the show.
Because we don't have the luxury of people being assigned to one thing the entire time. We've never done something dangerous,
Because in the case of an extreme emergency, right, you're going to need to be able to divide these guys up.
Yeah, because
right?
the audience is going to need attention if there's an emergency on stage for the actors.
But I'm getting to bring a lot of the skills that I have from everything else that I've done to this family. Just getting on the same page and making sure that we're going to be able to achieve something that really awes our audience, but keeps everybody safe at the end of the day.
What do you think, Brian? Did you work on it during the day?
I don't know, I'm trying to do 12 things at once. What? 40 people, half in the water. You can't overwhelm yourself.
The power's there.
Power will be there. We gotta get the parts.
We wrapped up here?
We're wrapped up. All right, I think that's it.
I literally feel like I am living in Titanic. I have no separation of when I'm in rehearsal versus when I'm not. But this is where I think you need to be at this point in the process. Y'all. They need to be perfectly straight when they come out. It's still cattywampus.
Well, that's because we had to make some adjustments.
Gotcha. Y'all, that is beyond.
Today we are testing out all of our syncing elements. It's all about the unknown, and it's just kind of to gather information and to see how everything seems to work and to make adjustments. We're hoping that it, holds up. And if not, then we'll continue to make adjustments.
Uh-oh. You okay?
And I'm comfortable with, some of your team doing the latching in. Yeah. That should be pretty easy. The tech crews, we've got 4 people stationed on the ship the entire time that are gonna be the run crew of the show. And so they're sinking the ship, basically. They're pulling the floating dock away. They're lowering and bringing up our hinge pieces.
With the safety of all of these things, I think it's comfortability. So it's getting the crew comfortable that is running the units. By the time we get actors on these units, the crew will really have figured out how it all balances. I like that I can't see that. That I can see there's something under the water.
We've hit the ground.
Ah, gotcha.
If you would have caught me before yesterday, I would have been a nervous wreck. But today, I'm in a good place, so. So the depth in the middle where the chandelier.
Are you about to tell me something?
Yes.
Oh.
Is 5 feet 5 inches. The chandelier's height
I know,
is
it's
7
7.
feet 3 inches. What is more important to you? The
It
height.
disappearing. I think the chandelier being shorter.
All right, well then I need to call.
We're asking for, designers, technicians, and actors to do something really crazy and impossible. So we have to inspire them and create this environment that makes all of the work somehow worth it.
So it was about a year ago that Brian Cloudis invited me to breakfast. As he was talking, he shared the vision for Titanic. I thought, if you're building a ship, we can probably help you build it. And it was as simple as that. I called him a couple of days later. He was driving on the highway, and I said, Brian, we want to underwrite the ship. And he said, I'm about to crash the car. I have to pull over. So we did the $100,000 grant so that the team could go get all the materials they need from Home Depot, from the local stores.
The ship is a lot of it is brought to you by Home Depot. And that's really great. So they have made it possible for us to do a lot of this stuff. And I would say budget-wise, we would be way over budget if it weren't for their sponsorship.
Everyone has their own kind of comfort level with the set and with falling into the water and with swimming, and they were really awesome about taking that into account. There was like zero judgment.
Did we catch that over there on stage left, guys? Cool. You guys are beautiful.
I think it's he runs after you.
It's been going so well because everyone just like really trusts each other, and we're in such good hands that we all feel super comfortable.
Yeah. If something don't feel right, don't do it. Everybody get it?
Yes.
If it don't feel right,
don't do it.
How you doing?
It's been a crazy tech week. There's been emotions on all sides. People getting upset, people getting frustrated.
I am feeling the clock start to really tick now.
It is like climbing a mountain, and you have this goal, you have your summit that you're trying to get to. Every day, we as a team, we get up and we show up on site and we climb and we push and we build.
I think there's times where, you question, oh my God, is it all going to come together? And it's not just the actors and it's not the technical elements, you really have to time them up together. So we've got the orchestra, we've got lights, we've got sound, the whole 9 yards.
We dropped the chandelier in the water today and pulled it back up, and it seems fine. I was like, were there gonna be sticks hanging off the chandelier? Was it gonna be covered in mud? I think we all breathed a big sigh of relief on that one.
The really special thing is that the chandelier was the first thing I ever envisioned. I don't know, it was a moment.
Of course, the design has gone through several changes, revisions, artistically and practically. I'm just getting more and more relieved that it's coming together, and I think, oh yeah, we figured this out.
I forget I'm watching actors and I forget I'm watching something I created, which I think is really great art. When you can be so in the moment that you forget where you are, you forget they're actors, and you forget that you're the director of this show.
Lost and abandoned and all still alive. A few of them will hang there from the railings, as one by one they'll drop away. Oh God, no! Please! No! No! I'm sorry!
When you don't really know how you're gonna do something, the concept changes. I think the last piece is the audience, right? And I think that's when it will be worth it, when they come in. Because we're We're doing the show to be a part of other people's lives as much as it's been a part of our lives.
It's not sinking the ship, it's the human story that makes this production special.